Shh. Look at those eyes.
Bloodshot, bags under my eyes, 3.5 hours of sleep. But it was
Why,
all for
John?
a good reason, because I was coaching these awesome girls. My daughter, Olivia, she's the one right here. I've been her coach all season. Last night was our playoffs for 5th and 6th grade basketball.
So that's the beauty of this shift, everyone. In the world of 9-to-5ers, let's face it, you wake up, you take a shower, you go to work, you come home, you eat, you go to bed.
Yeah.
This shift, we torture ourselves by waking up in the middle of the night. But every day we have all afternoon and evening to do what we want. Woo!
I used to get home from work at like 7 at night, 7:30. I never could have coached basketball or been part of it. I would have trouble even going to a game last night.
Right? So
Now I can do all this stuff. It just
sleep.
means every so often
You don't get any sleep. And then when the weekend hits, we're like losers. It's like 7, 8 o'clock. I'm like, I just want to go to bed.
Friday Night Loser Club.
I think it's worth it. So
It
nice
definitely
job
was awesome.
to the girls. All right. Yesterday in the afternoon, see, I made the most of my day. That's Jet right there. My kids are grown, so this is all I have.
Look at this.
But this is Merle Sarnosky Park. We couldn't even walk around the lake because it was that thick, dense ice and snow.
Oh, that's hard.
So you can't even do anything. We have to get rid of all this, all right? So the ice and snow has got to go, and so does this one. Here's our snow pile last week. There's an update. Look what it looks like on the lower right. John, how does it look? I mean,
It's getting smaller.
yeah, it's definitely getting
but
smaller.
it's still there. And it's still pretty big.
So I have a new idea now. Bonnie working the camera, what do you think? We're going to sell advertising. So we have signs now we'll put on the snow pile.
We seem confused. Who would want to buy an ad for a snow pile?
Come on. You put your company logo here and hundreds of thousands of people see it. What do you say?
Hey, Garrity's this morning.
They
Joe
said
Snedeker
they're-
said for his Ace Hardware, he's thinking about it. Call our sales department.
Yeah. WNEP is a for-profit business, just so you know, like all businesses, right?
What a beautiful spot for an
Yeah,
ad.
come on, right? Instead of getting rid of the snow pile, we're going to embrace it. All right, temperatures now in the 30s. Highs today. John, you liking this? Up near 50?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be napping this afternoon. But
gonna
here's
try
what's
not to.
happening. Look at all this warm air trying to come in. Where does it stop?
Right near us?
Yeah, right near us. So that's the warm air, and it overrides the colder air. So whenever you lift air up, it cools and condenses and makes clouds. And that's what these clouds are. So these wavy clouds, you'll actually see literal waves in them. That's warmer air climbing on top of the cold air, stratification, warm air advection, and this is what they look like from space. Isn't that pretty cool?
Oh, yeah.
So these are those clouds. Now, a lot of this isn't reaching the ground, but there might be a sprinkle or a flurry from that. But they're going to break up, and then all this warm air is going to win the battle. So as
Can
you
I
go
ask a
through
weather question?
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Did he? I love when he says that. You want me to go back?
Yeah.
Weather question.
I'm
He
asking
said-
about when the warm air comes into Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Do the mountains stop it at all, like, or slow it at all? Sometimes the southwestern
guy.
Pennsylvania will be like
This guy.
60s,
Yes.
and we'll hang into the 40s.
Yes. There's this thing called cold air damming. So not only does the cold air get dammed and then the warm air can't push it out, but the mountains make it a harder struggle for it too. So it's
it
harder
just kind
to
of gets stuck in the
Yeah, it
mountains.
gets stuck, and then the warm air goes on top of the ridges, and the cold air just pools in the valleys.
So that is a thing.
It's a thing, and it's a whole process to get rid of that cold air, and it's happening right now. Yeah, it's a thing. So you're saying when you're out west, what, it's easy?
Well, I just noticed that a lot of times Pittsburgh will be a lot warmer than us when this kind of situation happens, and it just takes a long time.
Yeah,
You
because
think, because sometimes weather in Western Pennsylvania, we're an hour behind them.
right, yeah, you are correct, because you can see these are the Appalachians
Yeah.
right here, and they end sort of right here near Latrobe. So Pittsburgh is still has its own valleys and mountains, but not the ridge and
those
valley
ridges.
province we're talking about where a lot of us live. The guy asks all the good questions. I love it. So you might get a sprinkle or a flurry this morning. A lot of this isn't reaching the ground. John, will you do this could be an interesting, and maybe you don't want to do it. Right now it's showing a flake over Scranton. Do you want to go? Well,
Do I have to run outside, or can I just look at the cameras over there?
oh, see, he's so lazy. I don't know.
His
We're looking
camera's
at
right
the camera.
there.
Roof camera, there she is.
I don't see any snowflakes.
Yeah, see, that's moisture in the clouds not reaching the ground.
See, Bonnie, she knows what she's
Why
doing.
couldn't you just run outside, John? Come on.
So,
Anything, Bonnie?
No.
All right, so it looks like this isn't reaching the ground. You might get a flake, but watch what happens today. I think by about noon, the clouds break up and then we go sun. That means the warm air has scoured all the cold air out, and you're going to be napping.
So what time do I have to get up for my nap then?
I'd say if you get home by noon today, sleep for 1:30, get up at 2. Then the sun will be out and you'll love it. So it looks like a good afternoon. Morning clouds today, a sprinkle, and then partly sunny skies this afternoon, near 50 today. So let's talk about silver, our theme here. And this is a good one, isn't it? Speaking of snow piles. So look at this young lady. It's Sophia. Look, where do you even get a jacket? Look at how silver.
I don't know. She is sparkling.
Yeah, and look at how the light is sparkling out from her
shining off
face.
her.
I love it. She's got silver here. She got silver ever. And there's the dirty snow pile.
And silver sneakers.
Silver sneakers. Look at this junk in here.
That's what snow piles are. And we all have junk all over the place.
Yeah, there's just
winter's mess.
It's just got to go. So, Sophia, thanks for the great picture. And still snow when she took that picture there. So
hopefully that's melting.
Look at all this convection. That's going to be arriving tomorrow. So for today, we already talked about this. We'll have morning clouds and afternoon sun, but that band over us tomorrow. I can't wait for some steady, heavy rain. Bonnie working the camera. She's shaking her head. Look at the face. She loves winter. She loves cold. She loves snow.
She's like this.
Oh, just why all the rain?
I can't wait for the rain.
I know.
I'm just going to look out the window like a cat. I'm going to lick my paws.
No, tomorrow will be a great nap day.
Tomorrow's going to be excellent. After the rain leaves on Thursday, it gets a little colder, but just a little. Back to the 40s isn't bad. How much rain tomorrow? The computer models are having a hard time with this because if you happen to be in one of those convective bands, you can easily get inch and a half. So it could be a lot of rain coming tomorrow. I don't think there'll be any flooding issues because most of the snow and ice is gone. We haven't had a lot of rain in a while, but here it is, 5 a.m. You're waking up tomorrow morning. Some rain and drizzle just starting. But, John, this is what I'm talking about. When you see these oranges, these are those convective bands. Could even be a thunderstorm tomorrow. Yeah.
Thunder?
Remember I showed you Merle-Sarnoski Park?
Yeah.
This is going to wipe out all that snow and ice. You see, Bonnie, most of us don't ski. We like to walk our dogs, go to the grocery store, maybe go for a bike ride, a walk.
Okay, you have a bike that does that.
I don't want snow!
Don't you love the first time you hear thunder in the spring?
Oh, yeah. So this is going to clean your car. It's going to clean the driveways. It's going to clean everything out. And it should be out of here by 5, 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow. And then just a flurry or a sprinkle on Thursday. Much of the day will be dry on Thursday. So here we go. All right, get ready. Sun emerges with 50 today. Christmas stuff down.
It's time.
Should I do it one more time? There's this guy who lives near my house. I'm not saying how far away. He must have 50 blow-ups in his yard, stuck to the ground, deflated. They're like this. Here's Santa Claus.
Just all over the place.
There's like 30 of them, and they're stuck to the frozen ground now. It's time to
Today's the day.
Get rid of the Christmas stuff. I think there's even a manger scene in there. You can't have that stuck to the ground, right?
And it's March.
And it's March. I'm not judging. I'm just saying get it out of there. All right, all day cleansing rain tomorrow. You see, Bonnie, that's why the rain is good. It's going to clean up all those blow-ups. Mainly dry for the parade, but it's going to be only in the 40s. All right, here we go. There, I've never seen you two together on the big wall here. Do you want to do this? Oh, yeah, it's already got He is mired.
So Saturday, this is how I'm going to the parade.
This is how you're going to the parade. When was the last time we had rain all day with temperatures near 60? It's been a while. It's been since December 29th. If you remember, right after Christmas, it warmed up, and then it was cold since then. But that was the last time. So, yeah, he's all ready for the parade.
Should I shave my head for the parade?
He's going to shave his head and put green paint on him for the parade this weekend. Let's see what it's going to look like. So after that storm departs, there's Friday, partly sunny. There's a couple little ripples in the flow that are going to come close to us this weekend. So I don't want to rule out a sprinkle or a flurry on Saturday, but I think much of Saturday and Sunday will just be kind of cloudy peeps of sun. And there's our friend the leprechaun.
Of course.
So no big deal. Here we go. Today, clouds, then sun. Tomorrow, all day rain. A little windy and colder. Thursday, maybe a flurry. Friday, partly sunny. And there's parade weekend. How do you describe it? 40s. Clouds, breaks of sun.
Typical.
I just checked. I hate to say this now. Do you remember what happened Parade Day 2022? It was just 3 years ago, Parade Day. I couldn't believe what I saw.
Was it a snowstorm?
We had 7 inches of snow.
Wow.
And they had the parade anyway. Do you remember?
Wow. I do now.
Yeah.
Now that you say it.
It's just 3 years ago. So
Well, we
anything
know
can-
from Parade Day you can get anything.
But they
Because
said
we've been out for the parade at 70 degrees.
that's right. That's right. But they had the parade anyway. They said, "Damn the torpedoes, full
speed
steam ahead." Tom Petty said that too.
Yeah.